What's up, everybody? It's Lego Man 1800 here, bringing you a little web show not really a show, little web series I like to call History of. Starting it tonight at 7:22 p.m., February 1st, 2012. Now, some of you might be asking why I'm doing this. Well, personally, I'm kind of a history buff, as you like to say. You can check out my channel. It'll say about World War II historian. Some people will call me a World War II historian because I know a lot about what happened during World War II, the battles that happened, who was in it, some of the weapons, some of the places, and all that. So anyway, the first episode of History of is Werewolves. I will begin to describe to you what werewolves are and what it means. The word werewolf means man-wolf and is most commonly used to describe a person who can change himself/herself into a wolf or other animal. The belief that man came from animals contributed to the werewolf legend. The practice of wearing animal skins for ceremonial dances or hunting contributed to the legend because some people did not understand and would easily think that these dancers and hunters had turned into the animals they were impersonating. Shape-shifting is a complicated act accompanied by carefully performed rituals. Now, according to other beliefs, it was even easier to become a werewolf. All you had to do was eat roast wolf, or eat or smell certain powerful herbs, or drink water out of a wolf's footprint. Putting on a shirt made of wolf skin could automatically turn you into a wolf from 9 days. Rolling around in the dirt naked under a full moon was also a favorite technique. To change back to the human shape, a werewolf usually had to reserve whatever he had done to become a wolf. Some werewolves changed back into humans automatically at sunrise. Non-werewolves could change werewolves back into human shape too. When most werewolves are wounded, they turn back into human shape with the same wound pattern. Making the sign of a cross near a werewolf or calling him by his human name was supposed to work. If the name used was the one the werewolf was baptized with, or if it was repeated 3 times. You could also take 3 drops of blood or hit his forehead 3 times with a knife. Most werewolves had to have someone change them back, and that was not always possible. Especially in the Middle Ages, shape-shifting was considered a very real and very serious problem. Some church authorities said the devil was responsible for shifting people into animal shapes. Now, I'm gonna say or list some characteristics of werewolves. Once in wolf form, a werewolf can terrorize and murder people and farm animals. Werewolves simply run through moonlit fields and forests, no longer burdened by human worries. Number 3, wolf form enable them to do good deeds. Anyway, good werewolves were far fewer in numbers than evil ones. Most ordinary werewolves were changed against their will. They became wolves by accident or because the devil or someone else had forced them into it. These wolves were often very religious. Some werewolves knew they would be wolves for certain periods of time, 7 years. Others did not know. In Ireland, the Wolfland, most werewolves were victims of hereditary curses. To recognize a werewolf, you look at it. The shape of the eyes, the eyebrows, the fingernails, length of the index or third fingers, a half-moon shape or pentagram, 5-pointed star, mark on the body. In short, anything that was different from most of the people in the area. Word of mouth had a great deal to do with werewolf stories, having a lot of characteristics in common. Although most of the werewolf stories we know today are of European or near European origins, China and other Asian countries also have werewolf and other shape-shifting stories, some which were similar to the European ones. Marriage between a human being and a were-creature is a frequent theme in both Africa and Asian folklore. In most of these marriage stories, it is an animal who changes into a person frequently so he can eat his spouse once the marriage ceremony is over. In China and Japan, there are similar but less sinister marriage stories. Here, the were-animal is usually a female fox. Okay, that's it for tonight. Check back here on my channel or on your feed next Wednesday, where I will be doing another history of. Until that time, have a very good night and a new year. Thanks.